What's going on, everybody? It's Kareem again on CS2, and last time I made a video like this, it was on Nuke on T side. I mean CT side, T side. I think it was T side. Yeah, it was T side. So today I'll be showing how to anchor and execute A site on the most popular map, which is Mirage. This is how I usually do it, me and my team. So if you're having difficulties anchoring the site, just stay here, bro. I forgot how to speak English, for God's sake. Okay, so anchoring the A site is actually really easy. It's really easy to hold, especially if you have two players. Holding A with two players should be easy. Now I'll show a couple positions I take and strategies I use. Of course, your A player sometimes plays a really big support for your mid player by supporting them with flashes, and maybe if your connector player dies, you switch right here if you have good info on A. But we'll be starting by how we usually start the round. Now, me as an anchor player, I usually start the round like this. I get my molly ready. Molly like this, nade, this prevents any fast pushes, and smoke palace. Now like this, you secured the site for at least a good 30 seconds before any fast push happens. As you can see, you wanna molly close if it's a fast push, and the nade right behind it. This would destroy any player trying to push A fast and putting a ton of damage on them. Now, before executing this, throwing these nades, sometimes your mid player, which with me it's usually G1, if he asks for a flash, I usually delay my molly and flash like this. This is a really good flash for the mid player. And then when I want to molly, I molly close, because there is a high chance that they're already in, like, pretty close here, and we don't want the molly landing here. That's just kind of useless. They can just walk in and kill you. So I like mollying close. And then going back to smoking palace. But if your teammate asks for a late flash, the best flash you can throw is from right here. You want to aim right here, walk and jump there. See? This would destroy any players going up mid. Completely blinds them. Anybody holding short, well, not really, but they can hold short from here and they'll still be blind. And anybody playing from behind the box. This would completely destroy them and giving your mid player like 3 frags with this flash. So yeah, use this flash, it's pretty good to support your mid player. So now we know how to help our teammate in mid, how to execute early. I'm gonna show you a couple positions I use. Now after, let's just get him some momentum over here. After I execute the site like that, this is usually where I play, next to doors, covering for a pit push. Most of the time, if you have two players, if the opera gets smoked off, he usually comes here and plays palace, or your connector player usually checks on palace here and there. So most of the time your worry is pit. Now why do you think I recommended this position? As you can see, it's a really good position. Look at this. You are covered from connectors, so you don't have to worry about it. And you're covered from entrance of pit, so most of the time your fight is going to be here. And this position is actually quite overlooked, because usually they play like this, and look at the missile firebox. But it's a really OP position. It's really overlooked. It should give you a couple free frags while you're playing, and help you stop the push. Get close here. Kill the guy in Tetris. Hold palace. Now, if they're already here, you could throw a counter smoke if you saved your smoke, and play around the smoke, you know? Use your smokes, play around it. They're not only used to deny a push, you could use them to play around with, give you a temporary wall to play with. Most of the time, you're anchoring A site. You could be on SMGs. So this position won't be the best against an SMG, with an SMG, like against an AK or Regalia. So these are the the positions I play. Usually, if I'm in P9, I like playing here. Now, a lot of players disagree with this position, but I think it's really good. First of all, you're countering the Palace player because they really overlook this. I don't know why, but I usually never die from the Palace player, especially in this position. So they really overlook this. There should be a free kill for you. Now, if the fight is right now in Tetris, let's say this is smoked off, you know, nobody's coming out, or your connector playing is holding it, this is really also a good spot to counter Tetris from. Because if you go a little bit to the right on shift, there they are in front of you. Boom. An easy kill for you. Now, a lot of players say, for example, G1 with me, who disagrees that they see you. But let's see, their furthest point of view is right here. So I'm just gonna mark that real quick. As you can see, those are, oops. Where are my bullets? These are the bullets, right? So we're just gonna mark that real quick. But where you're usually playing is right here. So you're pretty much covered from Tetris. See? Good kill. So you get a kill here, you get a kill here, you drop down and start playing around this box. Just play around triple, you know? Maybe they're in a sandwich, you could deal with them in a lot of positions. It's a good position to use, especially when you're SMG. But every scenario we went on right now, we've always concluded that the connector player is alive and you're having support on A. Now let's say your support player is dead. Your connector player died, maybe he was speaking like this, boom, headshot, you don't have a connector player, you're alone on the A side. Now in these scenarios, you gotta play a little safe. So what I like doing is I usually either play Underwood or Under Palace, listening for info, because I could, most of the time you're gonna kill the guy crossing from connector to here. And most of the time you're gonna hear the players coming out of it, because they like being loud. And Palace. So usually you want to play for info. Maybe get a frag if you are able to. But if they overlook you, ask for backup. And then activate. But sometimes this position is actually gets cleared pretty fast, especially in high elos. So what I like doing, or decent elos, I like playing Ninja. Now, I feel like this position is really good because you only have to worry about Palace. And if your predictions are right and they went A, you hear the bomb. That's a free kill for you. Let's say it was a 3v4, now it's a 3v3. You could start playing it around here. Of course, you bought some time with the bomb not being planted. After you received info, like, guys, they're pushing A, your alive players, which are mostly the B players in this scenario, should already be rotating and ready to help you. So playing for info, playing safe when it's only you anchoring the site is actually really good, and it's to play in these scenarios. And that's how I usually anchor A site. Okay, now for executing the site, which is on T side, I like, I'm usually playing the AK, the rifler. But if you're an upper, by the way, if you get a good spawn, you could try to kill the guy crossing to connector, which my teammates do, and sometimes it's a really good early frag. But let's say we're executing the site, but most of the time me and my team are not doing it because we're queuing with randoms, and executing with randoms is really hard. But this is a play we do. I usually get a smoke dropped here, or my friend Gills is one smoking stairs. But let's say they drop me the smoke. I'll show you a couple smokes. You go here, I'm right here, and this should be a stairs smoke. Right here is a jungle smoke. And right here, in the wood, it's a CT smoke. Now, as you can see, this is a full execution to the site. Like this. Now, your entry fragger, after clearing that there's nobody close, especially in this position, because we be dying from this a lot. I don't know why we don't clear it, but yeah. You should molly Underwood. And if I'm usually the one anti-fragging, I like clearing this, making sure nobody is walking out of Underwood. Now, if a guy is playing there, by the way, in Ninja, you could see his shadow, so I like clearing it like that. I don't overlook this position, because I know I play it. Clear here, and clear here. Now, there's a lot of scenarios where a guy is playing close to Palace. You should be clearing it out of Tetris because you can't rely on teammates. But yeah, I like most of the time my Palace player deals with them. And that's really it. This is how you execute A-site. It's really easy. Now, yeah, I've seen a lot of pro plays. Usually they put their mollies to use something like Firebox and more on the sides. And limiting the possibilities of the anchor player, like where he could be at. But of course, you should always watch out for a guy playing tickets, because from the smoke I showed you, you can just shoot and Tetris is open. Same for Pit, and same for Palace. So yeah, that's basically all you gotta worry about. This is how to execute and anchor A-site. Make sure to use it, and if you're having troubles, I hope you don't anymore. Have a good day, lads.